High school football is bigger in the state of Texas. The stakes are higher and the Friday night lights are brighter. In the state's grand history, there is one team considered the best the state has ever produced, the 1985 Yates Lions.
Option right, fakes the king around the corner, 35, 30, Price, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Lion Charles Price with another.
Located in Houston's 3rd Ward, the Lions became the first 5A school in Texas history to go 16-0. Their star quarterback had the world at his fingertips until he lost it all. But his fall from grace was not the end of his story.
He worked harder than anybody I've ever seen. And so he was just as dedicated on the field as well as off the field.
Because we were always 2 or 3 players deep, even at the quarterback position. So I know I had to constantly work hard, dedicate myself.
That hard work helped lead Yates through the playoffs and into the state championship game against perennial power Odessa Permian.
We had grown up together. We cried, sweat, worked hard together, and we were on a mission. We felt like, okay, we can play, we can score, we can do what we've done all year long if we just stay committed to what we did. Do your job, complete your assignment, and that's exactly what happened.
Yates dominated from start to finish, winning the game 37-0.
We didn't know the impact at the time, but we knew that when we got back to the city, to 3rd Ward, to Yates High School, the community, it wasn't for us. It was for them. It was for my family. It was for my friends.
As a highly recruited quarterback, Charles chose to attend the University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
So I was the number 10 quarterback in the country. I could have went anywhere. I was familiar with Las Vegas because I had family on the West Coast, and we would visit. So I had been to Vegas a lot of times as a kid, and the lights, the glamour, the glitz, of course, that's very attractive. Just practice and do what you're expected to do. Do what the coaches call, and everybody take care of their job, and the results will work themselves out.
After 3 seasons with UNLV, things started to fall apart for Charles.
Started partying really, really hard, whether it was drinking, drugging, using cocaine. God was always in my life, but as a prodigal, you stray away sometimes. But one thing I remember in the middle of all of that was Matthew 6:33. That's what my grandmother had taught me when I was a little boy. And when I was at my lowest point, and I contemplated taking my life just because I felt like I lost it all. Looked around, what am I doing? And how did I fall from grace? Nobody did it to me. It was just me being disobedient and not following God's word.
The prodigal journey Charles was on cost him a career and a marriage, and eventually it led him back to his parents' home in Houston.
My dad was praying for me the entire time. My mom was praying for me the entire time. My mom and my dad have been asking me to go to church with them, so I decided to go. During the message, when Joel started talking, like, you're forgiven, you're accepted, you're approved. And so when he gave the altar call, and my dad just kind of gestured over to me, he just did like that, to go up to the stage like it used to be in the old church. I was the first one up there with tears rolling down my eyes. I felt like this weight lifted off of me on the inside. It felt like I was made new. There was a peace on the inside of me that I had never felt, never heard. It was just like this love.
And now, 19 years later, Charles is remarried and serving faithfully at Lakewood Church.
What God has done with him, resurrected something in him that's totally different from what I remember, is amazing. It's divine. Everything he does for Lakewood, he gives 100%.
After all he's been through, Charles knows that if it could happen for him, it could happen for anyone.
There is a resurrection on the inside of you. to give you a precious future and a hope. You just come into his presence and be covered with the blood. He took care of it all at Calvary. It's nothing we've done. We didn't choose him. He chose us. Come to him as you are, humbly, broken, disgusted, and he's gonna be the author and the finisher of your faith.